Hey, yo, peace and blessings, everybody. This is the infamous Our Black Fathers Committee getting ready to share with y'all our Ujamaa recap for today. Today is Sunday, December 29th, which is the fourth day of Kwanzaa. Again, that's Ujamaa. So when we say Habari Gani, you say Ujamaa. We just had a great event. Man, powerful brothers in the building today. Uh, Definitely exceeded my expectations. Maybe my expectations should have been higher, especially considering the brothers that was involved. But I'm happy that it was a great turnout. I'm already planning and thinking about the next one. And for those who don't know, our event was a Black Fathers Hackathon. When we say hackathon, it was really an opportunity for brothers to come together to discuss different topics that affect Black fathers and Black families. Share your opinions and some of the things that you feel may assist and make that better. So, again, we had a great event, powerful event, nothing but bosses in the room. Man, what you think?
Yeah, like you were saying, it's just a great event. It was just powerful, and the speakers and the people that showed up, it was some familiar faces and some faces I never seen before.
Right.
But I know them in the community and see the work that they're doing. So it was just powerful to see how it's coming back around. Where it's just like, all right, because you put the flyer out,
Right.
get out of engagement. We get engagement because obviously we see who likes it. And who shares it. However, it's just like, oh, it reached over there.
Right.
So I heard about it or I seen it, and it's like, oh, well, I had a chance to follow up with some people, but I'm interested to see, how did you see it, and what was it about it that made you want to come check it out?
Definitely. That's because as I mentioned, there was some powerful people in the building. Some of those brothers I had already known and already have a relationship with. Right. There was the powerful part to me was the fact that it was new brothers in the building as well. Yeah. Some that I never met before that just seen the flyer or something along the way, or maybe somebody word of mouth, somebody told them and they felt that this is where they needed to be today. So again, that's just validation that what we're doing is righteous and that it needs to be done. That's why I said I'm thinking about the next one already. That's why I said February, because I'm thinking about Black History Month already. But right. Well, we'll slow it down just a tad bit.
Yeah, that's someone that come up to me and they really enjoyed it, and they say they want to know when the next one. I was like, all right, well, let's come back to that. Let's recap. Let's sit down and see what needs to happen, because from doing these events and being in a community, I tend to see that a lot, where it's like, oh, all right, cool. When's the next one? It's like, well, you don't know the time and the preparation they went into this one,
right?
So it's just like, if you want the next one, I'm gonna need you to step up and help out too. For the next one, because since you want it so eagerly, you want it right now.
That'd probably be a good thing to do, is actually, as we build the next one, maybe have like a conference call with some of the brothers that was here.
Yeah,
and just get some of their input as well, as we build that next one up, for sure.
For sure. What is something, a takeaway that you like today? Like, man, I really like this.
Man, a lot of the stuff Delon was talking about really resonated with me, because he laid down some of the principles that it's going to take for us to move into the next step. But even if it's not moving into the next step, which will help you establish your foundation, because if you don't have a foundation to start from, then the next step doesn't even really matter. So the things that Delon was talking about really resonated with me. But I liked all the speakers today. I think every speaker did his thing. Dropped nothing but jewels on the audience, takeaways for sure. But I really like the principles and the next steps that was laid out by Delon, for sure. What about you? Outside of yourself. Don't even try.
Well, instead of speaking of all speakers, now I believe that I liked all the speakers, and I liked what Kylon talked about, especially with the loss of his brother. Then coming up here and rest in peace to his brother, and then come up here to speak about those issues and see how that has lit a fire under him for him to get out the word and really be on top of us as far as making sure our health is correct.
I agree.
We really can't do nothing unless our health is up to par and where it needs to be for us to be effective in anything that we do. Better health equals more wealth. And so if you ain't got your health, you ain't feeling it, that can really shut everything down that you wanted to even think about doing. Because I got sick a couple of days ago, and I was so sick and so hurt. The phone rang, and I didn't have the energy to pick up the phone. I just looked at it and watched it ring. And it's like, oh, damn, someone's calling me. I just couldn't get up and get up and have the energy, be even pick up the phone and say hello. I was like, man, I'll get to it later. So I think it's just important that we just, prioritize just the health part, making sure your health is good.
Yeah, I agree. And even for myself, somebody who is somewhat of like a self-proclaimed health guru, right?
Okay, I know that. I know you health guru.
I do a lot on the health side, but I still feel like there's a lot of work that can be done, especially like with the diet. When he touched on the diet and what actually goes into our body, and how he touched on like the gut is really like your second brain. So if your gut isn't functioning right, then you're not even at 100%. That resonated with me as well, because you can be working out, you can be doing all of the things that you may feel is necessary, but what you intake plays a big part as well.
Right. Yeah, I definitely agree. So I'm happy. I like the turnout of this one. I want to say what does you dislike? However, I'll just go to what do you think? Next time we like to improve on. To make it a much more better event, impactful.
Definitely.
We did pack the house right. With this one. It was packed out. There's no seats. The food that y'all provide. Shout out to Southwest Wings and Nacho Express. All the food was gone.
Sure.
And it's just like, man,
I didn't even get no nachos.
What things we can improve on just for the next one. Like, man, we set the bar pretty high.
Yeah, definitely. I would say just more promotion and marketing. Definitely. Strategic marketing also. Have a little bit more structure around the marketing for sure. And even with the food as well. I think we had enough food, but I would like to have just a little bit more. I know there was a few people who didn't really even get a chance to eat, because when you talk about free food and it's available, brothers is gonna eat. You know what I mean? And right. If you're not a quick person, or you kind of like shy about getting up and making your plate, you may not eat. So I think I want to make sure that it's more than enough food as well. Because part of the reason for inviting everybody to this space was to give them an opportunity to taste what we have going on with our food as well. Me and Crondo both being able to share the food for today with Southwest Wings. There's a lot of brothers who never got an opportunity to taste the wings.
That was me.
And then there's brothers who never got an opportunity to taste the nachos. They see us promoting it in different things, and they probably like, I don't necessarily want to spend my money on that right now. But when they seen that it was a free opportunity, that gives them the opportunity to at least come and taste it, so that they'll be more willing to spend next time, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So like you already know it's gonna.
How do you feel about the nation coming out, the student minister and all that?
I think that's powerful, and I always am grateful for the support. That's because I ain't talking to you. I'm always grateful for the support that we get from the nation, specifically Muhammad Moss number 32. The brothers have always shown us nothing but respect and support, whether it's one of our events or one of their events. Even when we attend the mosque on Sundays and different things like that, it's nothing but the utmost respect. And like I mentioned today, a lot of the things that they're doing and they've done and that they did, I pull from that, from different ideas and so forth. I pull from it. So it's nothing but a blessing, and nothing but gratitude for the support that they've been giving us as we continue to work and build the community. I'm sure when they're coming to our spaces that they learn some things too. They learn some things too. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they're able to take from this particular event or any event that they come to with ours and implement it back into their network, so to speak. You feel me? Into the believers. And I'll be at that event also, but nothing but support. What about you?
I ain't gonna front. It made me a little bit nervous because I had the scriptures in there in my presentation. And I had to make sure I get the right ones and make sure I said it correctly. Yeah. And I was just like, okay, this is my interpretation of it. If you don't want to correct me, but I got, the nod, and especially Brother Chamikas, he's a big supporter. I've been doing a lot of good work with him and stuff like that. So to get his respect too as well. And everybody's respect, I think it's worked out well. And then, in the breakout sessions, they're eager to hear, what we had to say and what I had to say, and then my input, and just like, wow, I ain't really think about it that way. And then they contributed some knowledge that from their side too as well. So our topic was bridging the communication gap between the older generation, younger generation. And it wasn't like, hey, young man, sit back, I'm gonna go ahead and school you. I'm bend your ear on this one. It was just like he was looking directly at me. It's like
it was good that there was even I noticed from the outside in that there was a youngster in y'all group too.
Oh yeah.
And that was perfect for y'all topic because that gave you an opportunity. Okay, well, from the younger generation's perspective, what do you feel is a communication barrier? And just giving him the opportunity to share that, I think we all learn from that. But then also giving him the opportunity to listen to what we were saying, he learned from it as well. So that's really that's community, that's the village in action, so to speak. You feel me? The village that everybody talks about, it was in action today.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and we had a young gentleman walk in there and got to hear what he had to say. He didn't even talk too much. I know the person that he came with is right there, but rephrasing things and presenting it to him and his male role model. I think he's his a grandfather. I don't know per se, but I know he was there, and just to hear how their dynamic is and hearing the miscommunications that happen and how things they can do better and how he can better teach, the youth and be patient with them as well. And like I was just sharing with them, and just I think we need to be, intrigued in what's going on, like that curiosity is stop trying to judge and be judgmental and just say, rephrase things like, instead of why you do that, like what made you want to, do that, and then so we can gain some more information and gain some data. And then now attack it differently with the information that we got.
Yeah, I think it was definitely receiving and collecting the data so that we know how to move forward. But when you say rephrasing it, my favorite one, and you mentioned it too, is help me understand.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Help me understand how you came up with that thought or whatever it is. But when you change it from why to help me understand, that changes the whole dynamic. It doesn't make it so intimidating. I'm not responding in a manner where I feel like I got to protect myself. Now I'm responding like, oh, let me help them understand because they care about what I'm saying. You feel me? So that's my favorite one. I use it often as well with my wife and my children. Help me understand how you came up with that thought, or help me understand why you made that move. You feel me?
And what has been your response? Well, how have you looked at how when you say that, how have you been getting the information back? Is it working for you? Like, are you getting the information? It's like, oh, okay, they didn't understand what I was saying, or maybe it's a breakdown in communication.
It's gonna be different each time.
Yeah.
So most of the time it gives a better understanding for myself to understand what they're trying to present to me, right? But a lot of times or some other times it gives me a better understanding of how I'm presenting the information. You feel me? So I'm like, they really didn't get it, or maybe I should switch what I'm trying to give them in my approach or whatever. So it all just depends on the particular situation, but help me understand is a lot better than why did you do that?
Right, 100%. 100%. Quando got anything for you, Quando? All right, what's your takeaway? What you like about today, man?
I like the camaraderie of the fact that it was, Nation of Islam here, Pan Africanists, Black business owners,
5%ers.
5%ers, Christians, Muslims. The fact that it was everybody in here on one accord for the fact of the Black family.
Yeah, one thing I would like to see more of is more brothers that come from the community that don't necessarily identify with none of the things that we just mentioned right there. Because when the idea came about is to get more of those brothers in the room with the same brothers that we just mentioned right now, so we could see that there's not many differences.
Right.
The differences are just a smoke screen in a sense, right?
Yep.
But when we could all come together in the same room, we'll realize that we all got the same issues and challenges that we're all fighting through. So maybe on the next one, like I said, with the strategic marketing, that we can get more brothers in here that don't necessarily identify with any of those groups or organizations that we just mentioned. They just brothers that come from where we all come from. They still trying to find their way. You feel me?
Yeah.
And not to say that we're not all trying to still find our way, but I at least have some sort of direction. So brothers who even still looking for the direction, you feel me? We need you in this space as well so that we can learn from you, but also be able to give you the information that we have so that it keeps going. Each one teach one, each one reach one. It doesn't benefit us to have the information or the knowledge or the wisdom that we have and not being able to share it with the next person who may not know it.
Right.
All you have to do is show that you're interested. You feel me? If you show that you're interested, then it's our responsibility, it's our duty, our obligation to share it. Not just ours, but anybody out there that has knowledge or information about any particular topic. When you find somebody that's willing to learn and listen, it's your duty and the obligation for you to share that information with them. Because if you take that information with you when you leave here, it doesn't benefit no one.
It's actually a generational failure.
Yes, sir.
With you. Because you did all the studying, and then you didn't even give it to nobody. It just died with you. Go ahead.
What's next on the menu for our Black Fathers Committee for 2025?
So we got two things for sure. We're going to do our leadership brunch in 2 months in February during Black History Month, our annual leadership brunch. And then we'll also, in May, we'll be doing our annual RBG Explosion, which is Malcolm X's birthday weekend. It's a weekend full of events. And man, yep. Next month in January starts the RBG Youth Leaders Initiative, which is the next mentorship program we're doing for young men. That starts January 18th. Orientation is January 11th. There's still spaces to sign your young man up. There's payment options or whatever you need to assist. We're able to assist you. So before you decide that you're not able to do this, reach out to us and explain the situation so that we know how to assist and how to help you. But the last thing we want is for families, mothers, fathers, or children to not pursue this for any reason that they haven't brought to us just yet, because we can get around anything. This is for the community and for the village. So reach out to us, please.
Right.
What else we got?
Well, I think that's as far as OBFC. I mean, other than, and obviously the call that we have every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m., any male role models, fathers, husbands, men in the community have to and should be on this call to just talk about the things that you don't have a open, safe haven to talk about. You can talk about these things with other men that are happening, that might have happened, that can give you some sound advice how to handle these things that are going on. It's very important that we promote the call.
Yes, sir. I consider it my safe space to be able to vent in a sense, because for Black men and men in general, it's hard to share what you're feeling in certain spaces, but we've created a space where everyone is comfortable with sharing that information, sharing their problems, sharing their ups, sharing their downs, and then just bouncing information off of each other. Because what you know or what you think you may know is you have to put it to the test by sharing it with other people who have different opinions. And once you bounce that information off of other brothers who have different opinions, that just makes you stronger in your approach and what you're thinking about. So it is definitely a safe space that we created. It's been here for the last 3 years or 4 years now. 4 years. We're going into our 5th year of this safe space for Black men, and it's virtually every Tuesday. Visit our website, which is www.obfconline.com. That's where you can find the link that you'll need, the Zoom link for every Tuesday. And that's where you can find the other information about our programs as well.
100%.
What you got, Crondo?
Shit, I'm good, man. I think that we did a good job. I think that everybody should stay tuned as far as what we got coming up. We got music coming out. We got events coming up. We got programs coming up, podcasts coming up, all kind of things, man. So tap in, man. Like, just do something different, man. This needs to be more popular. I think hopefully everybody will catch on sooner or later, and we just hope to build, man. Hope to build.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, sir. Oh, also too, we have education curriculum for fathers, for mothers, and for young boys, and marriage and parenting too as well. So if you are in need, if you're looking or searching, definitely OBFC is the place to be that has these educational materials to help improve the family dynamic.
Right. And if you feel that you may have some information that you want to share to the community, and you need an avenue to do that through, reach out to us as well, because we're definitely not coming from a place where we feel like we know everything and we got it all figured out. So we're more than the doors are more than open, and we welcome brothers who have other information that we may not be privy to. So reach out to us. We'll set it up where you can come on and share your information and your presentation with the brothers. And we just continue to keep moving like that. So each one teach one, each one reach one. That's the motto.
All right.
Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Peace.
Peace.